Yeah, come in, sir.
Come in, please. Yeah, Hiremat, correct?
Yes, sir. Prasanna Hiremat.
Very good. So your entry was okay. Just relax. Don't be in that southern position.
Yes.
Okay. But you have not saved. Why have you not saved? You are looking shabby. When you go for the interview, please ensure that you shave your beard,
Yes.
trim your mustache,
Yes.
look smarter, have shampooed hair, comb your hair properly,
Yes.
and then come. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the PIQ form. This is the PIQ form you have filled.
Yes.
It has been filled very meticulously. I am very happy with the PIQ form.
Thank you,
Okay. You have given full attention to it by ensuring that handwriting is good, by ensuring that font size is good, by ensuring that all data are included here. Okay? Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
While sitting, please ensure you are relaxed. Relax your arms. Pull yourself back. Put your back at the back. Relax your arm. Now this is the way you sit. Do not be under stress. Do not stretch your hand. Do not chest out and all. But sit normally
Yes.
and relax. Then only your best will come. No tension, nothing. Okay. So the first thing that interview officer will ask you is about the place that you are coming. We see that you are coming from Vijayapura, which was also called Bijapur.
Yes.
Why has this name changed from Bijapur to Vijayapura?
So the term Vijayapura means the victory of victory. So
Victory of victory.
no, sir.
Yeah,
it's
place of
place
victory.
of victory, sir.
Ah.
So initially it was named Vijayapura. So due to some governmental organization, it again changed back to Bijapura. So during the tenure of the MLA Sri M.B. Patil, he changed the name Bijapura to again to Vijayapura. I am not aware of the history of the place. So,
No, but do you think that names of the places should be changed quite often? What is your view on this?
yes, sir, it should be changed quite often because
It should be changed.
yes, sir, it should be changed.
Why?
Sir, the name should be named according to the achievements which is coming out from that particular place, so that the people living in that area will get influenced and hopefully they will also help in the development of that place.
So tell me how Bijapur is famous, what it is famous, what are the places visiting in and around Bijapura, what is it popular for? Throw some light on it.
So Vijaypura is famous for the world's second largest tomb, which is present in our district. That is Gol Gumbaz, which is known as the second largest in the world. So it was built by the King Adil Shah, and there are a lot of historical places present in Bijapur.
Which year was it built?
So it was built in the year 1665 by the King Adil Shah. So there are a lot of places present in Bijapura which depicts the history of Adil Shahis like Barakaman, Ibrahim Roza, which is known as the Taj Mahal of southern India, and there is recently built Shivagiri, which is also one of the top built Shiva statue present in our state, and Bijapura is famous for having one of the best science school, that science school Bijapur, and I feel proud that I am one of the cadet of science school Bijapur.
Why were science schools set up? In which year were they set up and why were they set up?
So
Which is the oldest science school?
The science schools were set up in the year 1962 to enhance the power of military and bring out the best talent from the villages and the rural areas. As India was growing up as India faced many wars from 1947 till date, so there was a scope of improvement and getting the youth into defense. So science schools were set up in the year 1962.
Who started this concept?
So science school started by the then Defence Minister Sri Krishna Menon.
How many science schools are there today and which is the latest science school that has been opened?
Sir, according to my knowledge, there are around 27 science schools, and recently built is science school Chingchumpi in Manipur.
In Manipur.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what made you join science school Bijapur? Having joined science school Bijapur, you joined very late or you joined earlier, right from
I
6
joined as an entrance of class.
entrance exam. So what made you join? How did you come to know about science school? What made you join Science School Bijapur? Having joined Science School Bijapur, how did you improve physically, mentally, academically? And what was your routine that you used to follow on Sundays? Tell me about that.
So the main reason behind me getting into science school is my brother, who was also from science school Bijapur.
Okay.
So he inspired me to get into science school. So I took a coaching for getting entry into science school. So I got into science school as a entrance of class 6. So science school improved me a lot as I was unaware of many of the activities. I was a normal cadet. It taught me how to be disciplined, how to behave, how to become, it made me to improve my personality. So being science school, I can proudly say that I can stay wherever I go and I can influence the people. I can motivate the people living around me.
Hmm. Continue. How have you improved emotionally, physically, academically?
Initially, when I was in class 5th, I was I was not that physically fit as I undergone a lot of activities conducted in my school like cross country, athletics, aquatics, and many of the house events like intros, hockey competitions, football competitions, basketball. It made me to improve my physical standards and also it made me to improve my mental plannings and all. As a captain, I led my teams and I organized many events and it taught me how to deal in the difficult situations. So coming to my academic performance, I was initially good at my academics since I born to the parents who are working as a teachers. I was groomed and I was small. My parents groomed me in my youngest age itself. So I improved my academic performance from class 6 to 12th and I did exceptionally well in my class 10th board and including class 12th board.
Good. You are also, I see that you are a school captain. So
Yes.
what quality did they see in you that they made you the school captain?
So the main qualities which my authorities made me as school captain are my academic performance, wherein I proved I was academically best from my class 6 to 12th and I was awarded as a triple golden star holder. And apart from my academics, I was also exceptionally good at sports, wherein I led my school hockey team at Southern School South Zone and also interzonal competitions. And I was also pretty well in my co-curricular activities like I took part in the English declamation, did extemporary competitions and I represented my school at South Zone debate competitions conducted at Senior School Bhubaneswar.
Okay. Right. So I see that you have participated in various activities. Tell me your major achievements in games and sports, in extracurricular activities now.
So the major achievement of mine in sports, like the major achievement is
In the school as such.
In school I led my when I was in class 8.
First you say I was a school captain, then you talk about the same thing that I represented County, that you have written battalion something. Then you talk that you were first in cross country, second. These are the achievements. So you mentioned that way, okay?
Yes. Sir, I was a school captain. So as I am member of my NCC, I was selected to.
Okay, understood. Now coming to our games and sport, I see that hockey, football, most of the things you are playing. How do you organize an interesting football match, a hockey match in your school? Imagine that you are in the school and you are told to organize one friendly match, only one in the school. How will you go about organizing a friendly match in the school? No outsider involved.
Sir, I will take the initiative and make up the plan. So make up the plan the day before the competition, some days before the competitions. I will call the house captains and brief the instructions about the football match, and I will ask them to prepare the team and bring out the list to me. Subsequently, I will report to the mess authorities to provide sufficient amount of snacks and water facilities, and I will also report to the quartermaster section to provide suitable arrangements, and I will inform the officials to be at the time, and I will be strict to the time, and I will make sure that the house captains will follow the routine and bring out their team to the ground at the time mentioned.
You will not start the match? How will you start the match? You will not terminate the match? How will you terminate the match? You are only doing planning, you are not conducting. What about the notice board? You haven't put it on notice board. Which are the two teams which are selected? You are not telling me. What are you doing? Are you the captain of the one team or what you are doing? You first need to put a notice board that a friendly football match, hockey match will be held between house so and so and so. Choose those top two houses which are doing well in academics or in extracurricular activities or in games and sport. Put them and automatically the house captain will be house captains to prepare the team, and then they will assemble on the parade ground or on the field. Toss will be made. Who will do first this thing? Side by side they will choose. All that will happen or no? Team will be introduced to the principal or headmaster or whosoever is coming. All that has to be told by you. Then prior to that, we'll have a different committee. You will look after the snacks, refreshment, look after the reception, calling principal or headmaster or making them sit. Correct or no?
Yes.
Some disciplinary team look after discipline of the boys who are sitting there. Boundary linesmen will be detailed. All that will happen. So this area you are weak. You have to prepare how to organize a match. Whatever match you could be asked. Starting from notice board, you have to start. How will you start the match? How will you terminate the match? All that thing has to be taken care of. This area you are not good enough.
Yes.
Continue. What is your Sunday routine on this? Now you are out of Sunday school, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is your Sunday routine now from morning till night?
So Sunday routine, I will get up bit late in the morning and I will go for a jog for 10 minutes. From then I will come back and take a change over and I will have my breakfast. Then if I will cover my studies if I have got the exams in the next week.
Oh.
Then I will wash my clothes for some time. Then I will take a nap. Then in the evening I will go for a games and play for a while. Then I will come back and prepare myself for the next day and sleep off early in the night.
You are not doing your hobbies and all, some diary writing, all you have written, and not meeting your friends or relatives, not going and playing, not watching TV news, something like that. You are not washing your clothes, pressing them, preparing for next week. You are not doing some work at home, maybe shopping, marketing. Nothing is happening. You are wasting your time. What happened? You were in science school, you could not join the NDA in your first and second attempt.
So I had prepared pretty well in my first attempt, but I was initially weak at my maths, so I concentrated more over maths. But due to my as I was weak in maths, I could not make it in my first attempt. Subsequently, I worked upon it, and in my second attempt, I had more exams like CET, JEE, and many more competitive exams. So I could not concentrate only on UPSC. So I thought of taking a drop and concentrate on UPSC and prepare well. So I prepared well in this attempt and got through.
So almost you are doing now, given a gap. Why have you given a, when your course mate or when your classmates are all in NDA?
So
And you are still catching up and you are the school captain. That means where was the focus?
So initially I worked upon my aim of joining NDA. As I mentioned you, I was bit weak in maths. So
But
I thought,
you knew that you are weak in math, why did you prepare?
so I prepared myself, but I feel the preparation which I did was not equivalent to clear of the
How
exams.
many people have joined from your batch class so far?
Presently 2 are in the academy.
Only 2 have joined.
Yes, sir.
What was the first timer? First time while they were in 12th only, they passed.
2.
And now 2, 4.
Yes.
Very poor. Very poor. Okay, now tell me the important news and events. What all have happened in last 2 months? National, international events.
So coming to the international news, the coronavirus is spreading rapidly in the China, which is already taking the number of people who are here. The number of deaths are increasing day by day. So China has prepared a committee to find out the main reason behind the virus. So they have put up this point to the WHO, that is World Health Organization. So China and World Health Organization working hand in hand and preparing. So they are finding out the virus, the cause of virus, and so that if it
That's
doesn't.
over, that's good enough. Now go to the next news.
So coming to the other news that is the Trump's impeachment. So the Donald Trump, the president of USA, has been impeached for the assault. The many people have been put up a
What
case.
do you mean by the word impeachment?
So impeachment is a word. It is a order given by the parliament to stop to remove the president or prime minister from the office. So if
Prime Minister is also impeached.
sorry sir, no only president,
You are saying. Who else can be impeached?
the president, vice president,
And?
and chief justice of India.
Yes, judges can be done.
Yes.
Yes.
If the 2/3 of the member of the parliament are ready, then the impeachment process can go through.
Okay. Continue with the news.
Then coming to the national news, the Article
They are
370,
looking there. Don't look there. Yeah.
Article 370 has been passed by the government. Then the present news is that is CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Act, which has been passed by the government, BJP government, which is in the news at present, and people are protesting against this.
What is Article 370 and Section 35?
Article 370 is as earlier it was mentioned that J&K has got its own it can make its own laws, and the people of any other states cannot purchase land over that. They had their own parliament. So people now people, the government of India that led by Modi has taken a good step towards passing Article 370 so that the people of all over India are treated equally.
Okay. The next thing that we have choice of service is Navy. Why are you interested in joining Navy?
So, as I being the cadet of Sainik School Bijapur, the sole aim of my school was to get into NDA. So, coming to why Navy, I had been taken to as an educational motivational tool to many of the Army, Navy and Air Force bases. So, when I was in class 11, I had taken to the INS Vikramaditya, and the commander of INS Vikramaditya was our own Ajit, that is the present Commodore K.D. Swaminathan sir. So we had an opportunity to stay in the ship for 3 days, and we saw many of the officers working in the ship and the sailors working there, and the atmosphere in that ship was inspired me to take up Navy as my career. And apart from that, when I was in class 12, the new appointment of our vice president, that is vice principal, Lieutenant Commander Ravikant Shukla sir, the way as I was a school captain, I had more interaction with him. So I feel Navy is the best option, and I thought of getting into Navy.
Tell me all about Vikramaditya. What have you learned? What have you seen and what have you learned?
Sir, INS Vikramaditya is one of the largest aircraft carriers present in India. It was purchased from Russia, and it served in Russia for many years, and it was named after the Admiral Gorbachev, the Admiral of Russia. Presently, INS Vikramaditya has its stay at INS Kadamba, present in Goa, present in Karwar. So, INS Vikramaditya is around 283 meter long. It weighs around 44,500 tons, and around 110 officers and around 1,000 sailors. It can accommodate that many.
How many decks are there? Below waterline and above the waterline? What is the control place of the ship called? How many aircrafts can it have? What are the types of aircraft it is carrying?
So it can accommodate 26 aircrafts, including MiG-29, MiG-21.
And what is its displacement? Weight displacement.
It's
called displacement.
44,500 tons. So it can also hold around 10 aircrafts.
Where it is based?
In Karwa, sir, INS Kadamba.
You are going where for interview? Vizag.
Yes.
Vizag you are going?
Yes, NSB Vizag.
NSB Vizag. What do you know about the city of Vizag? Tell me, throw some light.
So Vizag is the Eastern Fleet of Indian Navy.
Eastern Fleet, Eastern Command.
So Eastern Command of
Headquarters of Eastern Naval Command.
Headquarter of Eastern Command.
Eastern Naval Command.
Eastern Naval Command. So it has got many training commands like INS Dega present in Vizag, and it coming to the present situation.
Talking about Navy also, no? Talking about Visakhapatnam, talking about what is all there in Visakhapatnam. Navy headquarters is there, Eastern Naval Command. What else is there in Visakhapatnam? Yeah. Hindustan Shipyard Limited is there. Hindustan Shipyard Limited. There are beaches. You find out about all the places, okay?
Yes.
You must know about Visakhapatnam. Okay. Now tell me the commission rank of officers in the Navy.
Commissions.
Commission officers in the Navy.
So it starts with the sub-lieutenant, then lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, captain, commodore, rear admiral, vice admiral, and then admiral.
Who is Admiral these days now?
Admiral Karambir Singh is the present chief of naval staff.
Which was the command he was heading before taking over as Chief of Naval Staff? Patnam, headquarter, Eastern Naval Command. Remember that if you are asked. Where was he before?
Eastern Naval Command, Visakhapatnam.
What was he? Area Commander. He is called Flag Officer Commanding in
Eastern.
East. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now coming to the extracurricular activities, can you talk something more about the participation in extracurricular activities? Then what were your contribution in the Navy? I can see that you got A certificate and B certificate.
Yes.
So tell me what all did you do there? What did you learn from NCC?
Sir, I was a part of NCC from my class 6 to class 12, wherein I attended 2 NCC camps and two NCC CATC camps which were conducted in my own school, and I attended one national camp at Vadodara, that is Sardar Sarovar Narmada Trek camp, which was conducted at Vadodara, Gujarat. So NCC taught me how to be disciplined and how to be unity, and the experience of being in NCC made me to learn, got my exposure to the weapon drill, when I learned the parts of weapon. I learned the weapon drill, I learned the wreath laying ceremonies, I learned activities that I also made sure that I was also part of the food committee of NCC, wherein we along with our ANOs arranged the accommodate food facilities to my juniors, and even the NCC may organize many cross country activities like cross country, tug of war, kabaddi competitions, and I actively took part in that. And coming to the national camp which I attended in Vadodara, that is Narmada Sarovar, Sardar Sarovar Narmada Trek, wherein I got exposure to the many people coming from other states. I exchanged the knowledge of my state to them, and I also learned their food culture and cuisine of their states. And coming about the co-curricular activities which I took part, I was an active participant in the co-curricular activities since my class 6. I took part in competitions like inter-house storytelling competitions, inter-house declamations, including both Hindi, Kannada, and English. And I also took part as a participant in inter-house extempore competitions. And I represented my school as a Southern debate competitor.
Okay, understood. Now tell me the parts of a ship, from front to midship to at the rear. What are the parts? Front part is called forecastle, center part is called midship, and the last part is called quarterdeck. What is called?
Quarterdeck.
Now tell me, how does the ship float in the water?
So the ship floats according to the Archimedes principle. So the amount of water displayed by the ship is equal to the weight of the ship.
Weight of the ship, yes. Tell me something about National Defence Academy which you want to join.
So the National Defence Academy is one of the oldest academy which is a tri-service training academy, wherein the people who are opted for Army, Air Force, Navy are trained to become an officers. So people and it was the
how long is the training?
So the training is around 3 years, and the motto of NDA is service before self, and there are around 17 squads, and they have got their own tradition of their own squads and the competitions. And
what is the main block of NDA called? Main
Sudan blocks.
Why not telling me? What is the parade ground name? Name of parade?
Arun Ketipal.
Who was he?
He was an officer.
He is an ex-NDA, second lieutenant.
He was fought in the war in the 1965 Indo-Pak war, and he was awarded Paramvira Chakra.
Yes. You must tell that, okay?
Yes.
Finally, tell me about your personality. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and how will you overcome your weaknesses?
So my strong qualities are: I am a hard-working person. I have good organizing ability, and I am a good planner, and
But I told you to organize something and you couldn't organize. You were saying, I told you to organize a hot
Doesn't it?
club. Continue.
I'll prepare on that. And I'm very kind. I'm very kind, and I'm kind to my subordinates and my juniors. And I have got loaded with a lot of leadership qualities, and I feel I'm a trustworthy person.
What are those leadership qualities? You are loaded with, you are talking too much. Talking too much. What are the loaded with lot of leadership quality? You talk, no, I'm good at games and sports. I participate in cultural activity. I have got a lot of like. You talk about that. Then I have got team ability and I can take the team to the victory. I have had many important appointments which speaks about my qualities. Talk like that. I have a strong desire to be the part of the armed forces. Talk that way.
Yes.
I have to improve my organizing capability, time management, what dressing up, grooming, even said, reading qualities, better organized on Sundays or holiday, better organized. All that are missing. How will you talk again? I'll give you last minute, 1 minute, think and tell me about your personal strength and weaknesses and how you overcome your weaknesses. This is the last question that is asked by the interview officer. You did not answer well. You made it too superlative. Superlative, understand? High five. Start.
Sir, I'm a hardworking person. I can motivate my juniors to do well in the future. So I can take my team towards the glory. I can organize the events. I'm a good at the cultural activities, and I had a lot of responsibilities, like the being the house captain and the school captain.
I can share the responsibilities better. I can handle the responsibility given much better and effectively. Then, coming to my weaknesses.
I'm not good at my Hindi, so I have got my batchmates who are having the Hindi as the mother tongue. So I am speaking to them and improving my Hindi. And I am also not good at my computer technology. So I am improving my computer technologies by spending some time in the computer. And I am working on the MS Office and my PowerPoint presentations.
Okay. Now this is the last question that will be asked. I have finished with you. I have the following observation. Your planning and organization skills are low. When you are told to organize a football or hockey match, you did not effectively organize. You show the potential to do better. There are a lot of potential that you show which calls that yes, you are good at that. You are a high borderline candidate. High borderline can mean you got a lot of probability who can make the selection. But you need to improve your body language, your shaving, your haircut, your shirt pressed, all that thing has to be improved when you go there. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You further focus study and practice is required, which will help you to do better. Okay?
Yes.
Any query, any question?
No, sir.
Come to me. Here I have it. See, planning and organization skills are low, shows potential to do better, a high borderline candidate who can make the selection, needs to improve body language, further focus study and practice will help. Send me the next guy.